tonight is a Democrat from California who serves on the Foreign Affairs and Judiciary Committees in Congress. Please welcome Congressmember Karen Bass. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
It really is the perfect time to have you on because of your experience, not just in Congress and on immigration, but also with regards to the child welfare system. Let's talk a little bit about this policy that the Trump administration has now implemented, separating kids from their parents. There's one element that people don't seem to think about, and that is, where are the kids going to go if they're taken away indefinitely? What strain does that put on the U.S. system?
Well, first of all, the foster care system is exploding right now because of the opioid crisis. So we don't have enough foster homes now for kids who are abused or neglected. That's the purpose of the system, to protect children.
Right.
The idea that we would separate children as a punishment and as a deterrent so people won't come and their parents won't do this is just egregious. And so at one of the centers, one of the detention centers, they ring a bell different times during the day if one of the children either is going to be reunited with their parents or some other relative, or if the child is going to go to foster care. So that's something they actually celebrate in one of the detention centers.
Wow.
So my big fear is that these kids could actually wind up spending their entire life in foster care, because what happens if the parent is deported? How are they ever supposed to find their children? Because their children could be put in foster care in another state, in another city. How are they supposed to get their children back?
Seems like one of those situations where everyone seems to agree on it, and yet there are many who side with Trump. There are many who say, well, I mean, if these people come here illegally, they're breaking the law, and if you break the law, your children are taken away from you, and that's what Congress has to change. How do you respond to that?
Well, a couple of things. Many of the people, if not the majority of them, especially from Central America, they are not coming illegally. They are abiding by international law. They are presenting themselves for asylum. That's not illegal. And so because the Trump administration wants to change the asylum laws, they are essentially using this as blackmail. They're holding the children hostage to force Congress to change legal immigration.
That's a phrase that we've heard bandied about quite a bit recently, is that the Trump administration is using these kids as leverage.
Yes.
We've seen Donald Trump say on numerous occasions, vote. He said, we can vote and we can change this law, but it's not as simple as that, is it?
Well, no, and actually we do know now that this policy is not a law. This is a policy that the Trump administration put into place. So they say Congress did this. No, Congress didn't do it.
Right.
He could pick up the phone right now and end this if he wants to. He's coming to the House tomorrow to meet with Republicans to try to get them to pass legislation. But there are certain things that he wants. Number one, he wants his wall.
Right.
He wants $20 billion for a wall that even the Republican members of the House and the Senate, they don't want to spend $20 billion that way. You know,
Right.
They don't like to spend money. So he wants money for the wall, and then he also has a very sinister plan to change legal immigration. He wants to get rid of the visa lottery, and he also wants to get rid of family unification. Now, interestingly, the visa lottery is the primary way that Africans and Asians come into the United States. The other interesting thing is that the visa lottery was created to increase the number of Irish that come to the United States, but around 20 years ago or so, it shifted, and it's primarily African and Asian, and you know that African immigrants are some of the most educated immigrants that come into the country.
Right.
They want to stop that. Remember, he said he'd like people to come from Norway.
From places like Norway, that's
correct. And the
correct.
Norwegians said no thanks.
The argument that you hear coming from MAGA fans is that Democrats only want open borders. Is that what you're arguing for? You just want the borders to be open?
That's absolutely not true. Democrats are fine with border security and believe that our borders need to be secure. But Trevor, the real way to address this problem, especially with the population coming from Central America, the people who are fleeing the gang violence, do you know that those gangs, Mara Salvatrucha, that he always talks about, do you know that started in Los Angeles? We deported those gang members to El Salvador. That created the problem in that country. What we need to do is focus on working with the home countries to address some of the reasons why people leave in the first place. So Democrats are calling for full legalization and citizenship for dreamers, but also let's do comprehensive immigration reform. But cynically, people, they don't want to do comprehensive immigration reform. You know why?
Why?
Because they're afraid that if the immigrants become citizens, they'll become Democrats. How cynical is that?
The discussion has now gotten to a point where it feels like there's a deadlock. It feels like Trump is not going to budge on his end. He wants his wall. I've always wondered this. If Trump ran on the wall, and he said, I'm going to build a wall, and he won the election, isn't it fair for the Democrats to approve his wall?
No, because even the Republicans don't want to do the wall. The wall is ridiculous. You know that... You know that most of the wall is on private property, including a lot of Native American reservations. So the wall would be tied up in court for years.
Right.
The wall is his obsession. It's more symbolic. You have people who support the wall who are nowhere near the border. And so, you know, to me, this is just a part of his playing to his base, and he uses racism to play to his base. And then he tries to get us fighting each other by trying to end the visa lottery, trying to pit African Americans and Asians against Latinos.
Right.
And so he does that to play to his base very cynically so that his candidates will get elected. And now the Republicans are afraid to split with him because you saw what happened last week.
Right. If you voted against Trump, then you get punished.
He tweets and
Right.
you're gone.
He tweets and you're gone. The Thanos of Twitter. I like that. Before I let you go, I would like to try and get from you an idea of how this could possibly begin to be fixed. Because there is an issue of many people coming to the U.S. border with their family in tow. This was an issue that plagued the previous administration, although their policy didn't exacerbate it. So if you have these families at the border, if you have people who are stuck in limbo, what then do you think is a safe solution to move the problem forward? How do you begin to fix it?
Well, first of all, people, when they present themselves for asylum, we need to process them through the courts. We need to have many more resources so that people can have legal representation. The problem that was faced in the Obama administration was children who were coming alone.
Right.
Now, those children you do have to place in a facility or in foster care. But there was no reason to separate the families. We do need comprehensive immigration reform. I'm afraid we're not going to get that until we change the House of Representatives and the Senate and the White House. And when that changes, we'll get comprehensive immigration reform.
Oh, all I can say is good luck to you. It's going to be a hell of a fight, and we look forward to see how it's going to play out. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Congressmember Karen Bass, everybody.